Welcome to the Vet to Vet podcast. I'm your host, Bill Fitters. Join me as I talk to fellow veterans about their military experiences from Vietnam to Operation Enduring Freedom. This podcast is sponsored by Tugs, talking, understanding, growing, and supporting. Even big ships need a little help sometimes. Feel free to hit the subscribe button below to get our latest Vet to Vet interview. Feel free to like, share, and leave a comment below. And thanks for joining us. We're sitting down today with Marine Staff Sergeant Carol. How are we doing today?
Doing fine.
Alrighty, why don't we start off with a little bit about your background, about what life was like for Carol before the military.
Well, I was born December 4th, 1949, up at Medford, Wisconsin, which is in Taylor County. And then my family moved on down then to Campbellsport, and then from Campbellsport down to Delavan, and went to the country schools out in Delavan. And then we moved over to Whitewater, went out to the country school in Whitewater area, and then the junior high school at Whitewater, and then a freshman at the Whitewater High School. And then from there, 1964, then we moved to Avalon and attended in the Clinton High School, sophomore to senior graduated. And my last year, senior, I joined the Marine Corps on the 120 delay program, and which counts towards service and seniority and pay grade and everything.
So where'd you go to basic at?
Parris Island, South Carolina. That's the only one for women.
Okay.
At the time.
Okay. And then how long were we in basic then?
8 weeks.
And did you go to any technical training or ATI or anything like that?
After basic training, I stayed there for another 4 weeks and went to the administrative school. And then after the 4 weeks of administrative school, then my first duty station was Treasure Island, San Francisco.
Oh, okay. What was that like?
That was really nice, really enjoyed it. And I was the senior girl out there. So then when the other girls came, I was in charge of them then right away.
Oh, nice.
And then because it was mainly a Navy duty station, but the Marines were there though too. For at the time, we were with transitioning the Marines to go overseas to Vietnam, and then also was bringing them back, discharging them there.
So that must have been quite the rewarding job, seeing them coming and seeing them going.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Absolutely. Any fond memories or any memories stand out from that duty station?
Oh, I had a really good time out there. I enjoyed the area, and because San Francisco was really a big city, and seen a lot of different stuff out there.
Ah, yeah, that was see that about that time period. Yeah, no, that wasn't quite the hippie.
Yes, yes, it was.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was.
It started then, huh?
Yes, it was. Matter of fact, we had to shut the base down a few times because of the riots.
Ah, okay.
Especially up there at Berkeley.
Yeah, yeah, and we
At the
all
Berkeley
know,
College.
Yeah, we all know about Berkeley College and
Oakland.
Yeah, it was quite a challenging time for both civilians and military.
Yes, it was.
All right, and how long were we stationed there?
I was there from November of 1968 until July of 70. Yes, then I put in for a transfer to be transferred to the Marine Barracks, Great Lakes, Illinois.
Okay. Okay, it's again another naval station, but
yes.
And how long were we there?
I was there from July of 70 until, then I became a dependent wife there. But I was with the Marine Liaison hospital side stationed, where I was helping the patients coming back from Vietnam.
And that had to be a difficult and rewarding.
Yes, we lost 3 patients, but other than that, though, no, most of them were really well.
Good, good. And so you separated while you were there
Yes,
from the military?
I was discharged because after I was married, then became pregnant with my one and only child, and during that time you had to get out.
Okay.
So that was in August of 71.
Okay. And so how long were you at Great Lakes altogether, whether it be active duty or as a dependent?
It was a while. I married a Navy bosun's mate, and he was stationed there, and then at Glenview Naval Air Station down the road. And then we, from there, then we moved back out to California, to San Francisco area. So I got to receive the whole area again. But from there, Great Lakes, I was on and off out there at different times.
Okay.
Because when I was got married, had my son, then was out for 3 years, and then I went back into the Marine Corps Reserves in 1974. Then I was my rank as a sergeant, and then I worked up to as an admin chief in the Marine Corps as a staff sergeant. And I was stationed at various Marine Corps Reserve units out there in California, from San Francisco and down to Long Beach and San Diego, and traveled around quite a bit out there.
I forgot to ask you, your first duty assignment out to San Francisco, I think it was Treasure
Yes.
Island.
Yes.
What was the unit that you were with? I forgot to ask that.
I was with the Marine barracks there, and also like booking flights for the Marines to go overseas, for the guys and for the married family to go overseas to different duty stations.
Okay. Okay. So we went from California to Illinois, back to California?
Yes.
Okay, and how long were we out of California the second time? And you said you were in and out, or just between different reserve units, just to clarify?
Yeah, I was stationed at different reserve units.
Okay.
My last reserve unit was up at Concord, near Vallejo, California. And then I retained the rank of staff sergeant there when I was with that reserve unit. And then from that, the reserve units, then different Marine barracks were starting to close down then in 78. So then I then transferred from the Marine Corps Reserves over to the Air Force Reserves.
Okay, you finally got a quality service now. No. All right, and what was that like?
I went from an admin chief to an aircraft electrician.
Okay, all right, a spark chaser, as we used to call them.
Yes, yeah, electrical wiring and lights and stuff is what I mainly worked with.
And what base was that on over there? Or in California?
Travis Air Force Base.
Okay, very familiar with Travis Air Force Base. And what airplanes did you work on there?
C-130s, and then mainly just electrical parts that came into the shop.
Okay, so you, was that a EMS or a AGS, or I can't remember what they called them back then. So that was back shop or?
Avionics.
Avionic, okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, and how long did we do that for?
I did that for 2 years.
All right, and what rank were you when you?
I was staff.
Still staff?
Right.
Okay, and then after our 2 years of Travis Air Force Base as a avionics specialist, what did we do from there?
I switched and went active duty with the Navy.
Okay, all right.
And as an aircraft electrician.
Okay.
But going from reserves to active, and since I had 3 years broken time, I had to lose 2 stripes.
Okay, yeah, I know there's some loss and transfer. All right, and where were we stationed at with the Navy there?
I was stationed, I had to come back to Great Lakes for transitioning for active duty and at Great Lakes, and then I spent 3 months down there for this program, and then transferred then out to California again to the Naval Air Station of Point Magoo.
Okay,
That's just not too far from Malibu.
okay, and what aircraft did we have there?
Oh, there was the F-4s, the F-14s, the B-16s, there was various airplanes out there, but those were the 3 major ones. And then they had some older ones that came in to be worked on, but to be decommissioned though.
Oh, okay.
But no, that was mainly the F-4s, and we had a few A-4s too, yeah.
Yeah, I think they came from the Navy side, the E-4s. The F-4s were kind of universal between, I think, all services, and were very much used in like the Vietnam era and then afterwards as well. I had the I don't want to say I had the unlucky pleasure of working on an F-4 over in Spain, and my hat tips off to you because they're not an easy plane to work on.
No, that's why I just stayed mainly with the main electrical or lights and stuff.
Alrighty, so we're out in California with the now Navy. How long were we with them out there?
I was there for a little over 3 years, from 1980 to 1983. Yeah, because I just signed up for 2 years to start with, and then I re-enlisted. And then after Point Magoo, California, then after the re-enlistment, then they transferred me out to Atsugi Naval Air Station in Japan.
Okay. Alrighty, and what'd you think of that?
I really enjoyed Japan out there, and the culture. It was really unique.
It is, and colorful.
Yes.
And colorful. What'd you think of the food?
I tried various items out there, the sushi and the squid and the octopus and some of the raw fish and stuff.
And how'd you agree with that? It
was just the taste.
A little different than the Wisconsin fish fries.
Big time.
But very good, very healthy food. And what did you think of the off-base culture as far as how they lived versus how we live? Excuse me.
We had to live off base first before we could get base housing, and had a heck of a time to get my furniture into this one apartment because they had to tow it up over the balcony to get the living room furniture in the big pieces.
Yeah, they're not known for bigness.
No, but it was okay though. It wasn't that bad. We enjoyed it. And then they got that Tokyo Disneyland that was right nearby, and spent quite a few times out there, and which was more compact than the one out in California, but
okay,
a lot less walking to see things.
Yeah, I don't know why they spread everything out here in America. Like, I agree, it's more compact, and when you get over to foreign countries, you go there to do something, and you do it. It's not like here in the United States where everything's spread out.
Cleanliness too, yeah.
Yeah, as above and beyond what we would ever think of. So we're over in Japan. What airplanes did we have over there?
I worked on the base when the ships came in down to Yokosuka. Then they would then fly up to the Naval Air Station, and it was the F-4s and the B-16s and those were the two main ones. And yeah, the F4s, F-14s, the same major ones.
Okay, and how many years altogether did we do in Japan?
I did 3 years.
And did we enjoy it?
Yeah, well, the first year for that area, the weather-wise, they said I brought the snow out there from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Because the first year they had some major snowstorms, which it's not typical to have. And the last year I was there, they had snowstorm again,
Oh, my.
where everything was shut down the second time more so,
Oh, wow.
because they don't have the equipment to move it.
Yeah, it's kind of like our southern states when they get hit by snow. It's kind of a total surprise to them.
Well, this is more than 4 inches, though, too.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a lot of snow.
Yeah, because it was up to my knees when it drifted, yeah.
Oh, wow. Kind of like what we had the other day here.
Yes.
So we finish our time in Japan, and where do we go from there?
Then I got out of the military and came back home.
And so how many total years have you done to this point?
Well, being married and the reserve times and stuff, military life is about close to 20 years, being as a dependent wife and everything too, but the reserve time and active time, it only came just a little over 11 years.
Well, that's still quite an accomplishment. Mm-hmm. So we were Marine, Navy, Air Force, Navy?
No,
Okay.
Marine Reserves, Air Force Reserves, and then Navy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, now I got it right. And then we got out, and where'd we go?
Came back home to Avalon.
And we've been there ever since?
Yes.
Okay, now, normally I stop these because that's the end of military experience, but your life goes beyond that with the American Legion.
Right.
And what year did you join the American Legion?
That's a good question. I can tell you in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, I've been a member of the American Legion now for 20 years.
And that is also quite the accomplishment.
Yes, I with the American Legion Post 440 out of Clinton, and after a few years just being a member, then I was talked into becoming their post adjutant, and then I started attending other monthly meetings with the county. And after doing that for a few years, then I became a second vice commander for a while, and then plus the county adjutant too. And then I went from the second vice and county adjutant then to commander for 1 year. But then that wasn't much for that year because of the COVID year.
And that's county commander or Clinton commander?
County commander.
And you and I have met through the county
Yes.
Legion. What do they call that meeting?
The Rock County Council.
Council, that's what it is. Excuse me. And when I was there, people were pulling me aside saying, "You're going to have to get Carol to come on your podcast." And I'm like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, she got this, she's been through these different services, and also one of the commanders for the county." So here we are today.
Yes.
So is there anything you would like to add in regards to whether it be military or Legion or anything like that?
Just want to get out there and just help the community and to do some civic stuff with the community and to promote the military and to get them out there, to let them know of our benefits that we have to offer, and if they need help, where to go to get help through the county Veterans Affairs Service, or even to get up to the veterans hospitals if you're a veteran.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Legion doors, whether it be here in Rock County or throughout Wisconsin or even throughout the United States. If a family or a veteran needs assistance, always come knock on the door.
Yes.
You know, we know who to contact if we can't help ourselves. Like you said, the VA, the county service officer, what have you. We have those contacts, and also the national has programs that we can have some funds come down that way to help people as well.
Yeah, and the state.
And
yes.
the state,
yes.
yeah. I always get, they're called the department. I always get that
Yes,
mixed
the
up.
State Department, right.
Yeah. So, anything else you'd like to add today, Carol?
I really can't think of anything right now.
Well, I'm sure we'll be in touch, and you know, if need be, we can always sit down and do another one.
Yeah, because I can have more pictures if you want more pictures and stuff.
Alrighty. Well, for the rest of you veterans out there, remember, keep your head up and moving forward.